They proceed will administer the oath, and they swear individually that they will abide by the rules of the Constitution, the Papal Constitution. If they're going to have a ballot, if there's no other business to be discussed, and they agree, all right, we could get on with a ballot. Okay, the ballot papers will be distributed by the assistants who are there, and things are made ready that way.
And then this extra omnes.
The master of ceremonies will say extra omnes, and everyone who's not involved in the actual election will have to go out, with the exception of himself and the preacher. A special preacher is appointed who will turn the thoughts of the cardinals to the matter that they're about to undertake and ask them to have nothing else except, Almighty God before them when they come in conscience to vote for a particular candidate. At that stage, the master of ceremonies and the preacher come out. The junior cardinal deacon closes the door behind them, and he then will either open or close that door according to the needs of the conclave.
So there really is a closing, physical closing.
Oh, there is a physical closing. In the past, it was closed inside and outside. There used to be the guardian of the conclave, who would be Prince Kiji or somebody like that, with the Governor General of Vatican City. He had the obligation of seeing that outside was also closed and the inside was closed. That really appears unnecessary nowadays. Those were marvelous formalities with a lot of history behind them. But I think that from that point of view, the Pope wanted to streamline the conclave.
It's really extraordinary how in this media-conscious society, there's no way that the media can discover what's happening within the conclave. That hasn't changed at all.
That hasn't changed at all, and probably it's better that it shouldn't change, that the total confidentiality, the secrecy of the conclave should be maintained. What goes on inside the conclave, is nobody's business, shall we say. Only the cardinals know about it. And maybe that's the best way, that we don't see kind of partisan stands, people's all going for this candidate or that candidate, someone possibly at the end scraping through with 2/3 majority or 2/3 plus one. Whoever emerges is the Pope. Each cardinal has his own desk in the Sistine Chapel, and normally they'll have 2 or 3 voting slips, rectangular pieces of paper with, in Latin, eligo in summum pontificem, and then the name that you want. I elect as Supreme Pontiff Cardinals, or just, it doesn't even say Cardinal, just the name that you've to add. Now that's at the top half of the piece of paper, of the rectangular slip. You're only allowed, obviously, to put in 1 ballot paper. So once you've completed your ballot paper with the name written clearly, but if possibly in a kind of disguised form of handwriting, you then fold it rectangularly so that it's now a long, thin slip of paper. And having done this, having completed the compilation of the ballots, the cardinals then proceed to deposit them in a special urn. They come in line of precedence, holding between their thumb and forefinger, holding so that it can be seen, the ballot paper which they have completed. Arriving at the chalice, they place the ballot paper on top of a paten and slip it that way. They don't put their hand into the urn, into the chalice. They slip this from the paten into the chalice, saying at the same time that they swear before God that this is the person whom they wish to elect as Pope. If someone, for instance, let's say has rheumatism and can't move from his place, That's taken care of. One of the scrutineers will go and will take his ballot paper, compiled but closed, and again holding it aloft, will bring it and deposit it in the chalice as all the others have done. If somebody or others are so sick that they can't leave their own quarters in the Domus Sancti Marte, provision is made also for that. That's where the 3 infirmarians come into service. Now, at that stage, the first stage has taken place. The first of the scrutineers takes the great chalice and shakes it up so that all the ballot papers inside are all mixed up. He then empties it out onto the table. And at this stage, the count begins. He takes a ballot paper, opens it, reads it, passes it.
መንገዲ እግዚአብሔር